I have read 52 books last year, so I thought it would be great to do a wrap-up. Let's start with my fantasy shelf. I have completely fell in love with Belladonna Trilogy. I mean, I even have their tarot cards on my bookshelf. My favorite book was the last one of the trilogy, and the cover, so beautiful. Actually, every single cover is so beautiful for this trilogy. It was like this dark, gloomy fantasy with a lot of psychological trauma, I would say. But I was pretty much hooked. Like, I read this in 2 days, maybe. But as I said, the last one of the trilogy was my favorite, and I couldn't stop thinking about it even like 3 weeks after finishing it, so it really hit me. This was also the last book of the trilogy. I have waited for over a year for this, and it was so worth the wait. It is so wholesome. It's like this light academia fairy fantasy. So this is the first book, the second, but this year I have read only the third one. And I absolutely love this trilogy. It is like such a feel-good book, and it's just really wholesome, and it was hard leaving that world. This was a reread. I read this for a second time after like 3 years, I think, maybe 4. But it's really worth the hype. It's a really lovely mix of real life, psychology, and fantasy. Moving on to the second shelf. I've been looking for like a Slovak mythology fantasy for so long, so when I've discovered this one I got so excited. And firstly, of course, let's appreciate the cover. It is absolutely stunning. And of course, I really loved this book, although I rated it like 4.5 out of 5 because something was missing at the end, but it was still one of my favorites, definitely. And if you know any more Slavic mythology fantasy, please leave the recommendations in the comments, because I have no idea where do I get those books. Now, these books were probably the most surprising for me, because I truly didn't expect to fall in love with this duology so much. I've been looking at this book for like 2 years maybe, and I finally decided to buy it, and it was so worth it. It is a thick one, so the storytelling and world building is extremely detailed and so good. I love mythology books, and this one is based on Chinese mythology, and I haven't read anything like it, and I really loved it. It was so good, truly. It is packed with so much action, but also so much emotion, and I loved how they mixed the two together. On another note, these 2 books, this is a duology, and this was a total letdown for me. I love Greek mythology, but the authors in there just mixed it up and changed it to their liking, I guess. Like, for example, Hades was a man and a woman, and I don't know, just so many plot holes, and I didn't understand the ending, just not good. Or, well, better said, the writing wasn't actually that bad, but the whole plot was just really weird. Moving on to my psychology shelf. This one I absolutely loved. I have learned so much, and it has also helped me in my interpersonal relationships so much. There are so many good stories, advice, like, it's really a good book. This one was a reread. I read this after 2 years, and it's great. It's truly, there is humor, reality, experiences, there is really everything, and this book has such good advice in it. I really loved it, and it has also helped me tackle my screen time. This was also a reread. I read this after 3 years, and in English it's Staring at the Sun. This is an amazing and life-changing book, but it is really, truly heavy. So if you are into psychology and into deep stuff, so I would definitely recommend this, but just be aware of some triggers, read about it beforehand. Moving on to my lifestyle shelf. These two books are from some of my favorite YouTubers, and they are similar because they tackle themes like nature and slow and mindful living. Firstly, it is extremely beautiful, and I love how there is, look, so pretty. It's a book about their life pretty much and their beliefs, which I really relate to, so I loved this book so much. I also really liked this one, and I love how it's divided through seasons. See, like you have spring, summer, winter, autumn, and these little themes. And it's also aesthetically so beautiful. I love when you really get the beauty both in aesthetics and in prose or poems. This was also a reread after 2 or 3 years, and I love it. I don't know what to say about it because I love it so much. It is one of my all-time favorite books for sure. There is just so much wisdom. I mean, you can see how much I have highlighted. And it has helped me so much, really so much wisdom. I've been trying to be more ecological for maybe like 10 years now, and this has really helped me. A great mix of spirituality, ecological issues, world issues, social issues, just everything, but actually packed with advice on how to deal with things. This was also a reread, and it is such a wholesome book. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's just like this personal experience of the author. Basically, she created this happiness project for herself, and this book follows her through 12 months of her trying to be more happy and trying out different things from happiness research and stuff. It is really great. This was a reread after 3 years, and I don't know what it is about this book, but I remember the first time I read it, it has inspired me so much, and the same thing happened the second time, so in 2025. It's these different essays, but I don't even know how to explain this book. But it's like author's reflections and essays about life, basically. This was an October read, of course, and I absolutely loved it. Spooky vibes, ghosts, amazing. I have also read many spiritual books last year, and this one was probably my favorite. It is just really wholesome and I loved it, although I am not Wiccan. The last book I will talk about is Big Magic, and just because it was so incredibly disappointing, I was extremely disappointed. There is no other way to put it. It is so vague, like the advice in it I've seen on Tumblr like, I don't know, 15 years ago. No, but really, this really circulates in the artist community, and it is really famous because many artists said that it has helped them so much, but it gave me nothing. Really, it gave me nothing. Overall, this was a great reading year, and I would have never guessed that I would read 52 books. I have never read so much in 1 year, so I am really proud of myself, and I can't wait to read some more. These are my next reads.